live trading webinar by Precise Trader.
Everyone, I welcome you back again into this live trading with Precise Trader. Do take note of the risk disclosure. Okay, day trading in Forex is risky. Past results of not indicative of future performance, and the content of this workshop is mainly for education purpose, and make sure you're taking entirely at your own risk. Okay, now let's look at the market. This, give me 1 minute. In fact, today we have a Fed minute, okay, which is very important, and this, I think, the market is also waiting for this news. Okay, it all depends on what the U.S. Fed is going to announce about the future stimulus. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, the important data out today is core CPI. US core CPI is about 830. Then we have 1030. We have crude oil inventories. Okay, then early in the morning, about 2 o'clock Singapore time, 2 a.m. we have a FOMC statement and Fed rate decision. Okay, followed by the FOMC press conference. Okay, this data is very important, and that's one of the reason the market is holding its level. And in the, I would say, the market is very difficult to trade now, because see, most of the markets, see, doesn't justify it, because the main reason is because of the stimulus which all the governments are providing. In fact, the stock market are making almost Nasdaq is hit record high. Dow Jones is almost reaching the record high, S&P, and also most of the stock market. Fundamentally, if you look at what the factors that has been happening around the world, okay, it doesn't justify, but that is the tricky part in trading, and that's one of the reason why it's becoming very difficult to trade. So the dollar, as far as the dollar is concerned, okay, the dollar weakness is still there. Okay, we expected the dollar weakness to have some correction, but it's refusing to turn. So looking at this, okay, pound is a new weekly high. Dollar yen is a weekly low. Swiss franc is also weekly low. See, what is happening now is the dollar is lost its power or strength, and now the dollar yen, dollar Swiss, and gold. Okay, these three are synchronizing now. Okay, usually these three are considered as the safe haven status, and right now they all are synchronizing. So that is indicating that there is something that is going to happen. Okay, that is what the market is telling us. See, sometimes always the market is always ahead. So it gives us some clue, what is going to happen. So now, right now, the yen, Swiss franc, and the gold. Okay, all these three are synchronizing. So synchronizing means, they are maintaining their safe haven status, and they are gaining strength. So which is telling us that there is something that is going to happen, okay, in the near future or coming weeks. So that is also an indication. So, but overall is dollar weakness is still there, and we did expect some correction to happen, but unfortunately the correction is still not started yet. Okay, looking at the trend map. Okay, the euro. Okay, we can buy euro. We can buy pound. We can sell dollar yen, and we can sell Swiss franc, dollar Swiss, and Sing dollar. Okay, these are indicating that all this on the daily, the strength are there. Okay, even on the hourly, okay, the last 12 hours, the strength has lasted in all these currencies, and even the 6 hours. So the only thing is we got to look at the chart, then we see whether is it worth looking at and trading. Okay, let's look at euro. Okay, euro, if you look at euro, looking at the price action, okay, what we believe is, okay, right now, okay, this is still has got strength, and the strength has not exhausted yet, and we feel that it may test 11450 or even 115. So before the turn has happened. So we still see there is a lot of strength, but this may be the final strength, because the reason is because we feel that it is overdone. So we need to see some correction before the next phase comes in. So overall is, we may see one spike up towards the high, which may be before or during the announcement, or maybe by within the next couple of days. Then after that, the market may reverse or change its course, and that's what we feel. Okay, now looking at the hourly. Okay, hourly is also indicating the same picture. We may see one, but the only clue we are getting right now is the market has not turned. Okay, that's the only clue. In fact, yesterday, when the market came down, okay, we were very excited on this trade. In fact, we thought that the top has already been seen, and we were expecting this market to come down. But unfortunately, it moved back where it's left, and right now, the clue we are getting is the high is still not seen yet. So now let's look at this chart. Okay, what is the target we are looking to see on this? Okay, we may see 114.85 to 115 level, or slightly lower, which is 11440 and 11460. So anywhere before 115, okay, we feel that the market may hit the resistance. So now we have to look to buy, and make sure that this is has to be done before the announcement. And once the announcement is done, then we wouldn't know where we want to uh, uh, how the market will respond to the news. Okay, now looking at the buying level, okay, we want to buy near 11340 and 113. Okay, 11340 and 113, and we want to exit at 11410 and 11450. Okay, so this is where we want to exit, and we want to put our stop below this level 113. Let's see where we can put our stop. Okay, we put our stop below 11265. Okay, now let's see the system, and okay, the system, what the system is saying is, okay, we can buy at 11340. Okay, 11340, and the next level is of course 11310 or near 11290, near 113. So 11340. Okay, this is also agrees with the chart. Okay, and we want to exit before 11405 and 11450. Okay, can you see 11450 on near there we have a resistance. So taking into this consideration, this trade we want to do it as a scalping trade, and okay, we are looking maximum low about 11270. Okay, 11270. So it's a limit buy. Okay, what we want to do is we want to enter half lot at 11340. Okay, and the stop is 11270 and exit at 11405. Okay, this is expiry is until 8:30. Okay, this is 8:30 p.m. 8:30, about 8:30 to 9. We put in before the data is out. Okay, then we may want to enter another trade at limit buy. This is one lot, and we want to enter at 113, and we want to put our stop below 11260, and this one we want to exit at 11405. Okay, and this one we can put in until 11 p.m. Okay, if the data is good, or whichever way, once the data is out, then we may want to do this as a day trading, and we want to exit. This one is we are expecting about 115. I think 115 was the previous high, which is about 130 pips. Yeah. So probably we may want to do a limit sell, and this is a counter trend. Counter trend means, because what we are expecting is we are expecting uh, a spike up, then the market may turn down. So this is, we are putting a stop around here. Then probably the one we want to exit before 11405. That's why the support is. So probably we may want to exit that. And this one is we can put until maybe after the news is out. Okay, the news is out at 2 o'clock. Okay, 2 o'clock. So probably we can put it maybe before the New York close. So this is a counter trend. Okay, this is the reason why we are doing this, is because we feel that this market is overdone, and we may see one spike up before the market really turns down. So that's the reason why we are doing this. And of course, the reason why we are entering in staggered basis also because of our uh, risk management. Yeah. Okay. The next trade we look at is pound. Okay, let's see the pound. Okay, pound. You look at overall is the price action. Looks like this has got even higher, stronger strength to reach 132 or towards 130 level. Okay, this is it has got strength to reach near 130. Yeah, 130 to 130.50. So this one is counter trend, may be a bit risky, so we got to go with the trend. So looking at, we still have strength to push towards the high. Okay, we still have plenty of strength, and also the hourly is also saying us, this has got plenty of strength. Even yesterday also, we were tricked on this. In fact, we thought that this was the high. In fact, for those of you who have been using candlestick, this is a shooting star, and this is a confirmation, and this was supposed to be a temporary high. But again, it tricked us, and looks like the high is still not seen yet. So this is again, we feel that it's got plenty of strength to test the high, but we project, let's see, we will project, hold on, I'll make the chart bigger. Okay, right now it's already broke the previous resistance, and it has taken support at the level, and once it breaks this 127.80, we may see the price pushing higher towards 128.70. So our target is minimum target, we see about 128.10 to 128.40, and we may see 128.70. So we may see another 100 pip move on this. So taking into that consideration, 128.40, we have a 70 pips, 70 to 100 pips move. So then we decide on the entry. So the entry is, we look to, let me see how we can do this, a bit tricky. Okay, the entry level would be about 127.30 and 127.10. Okay, 127.30 and 127.10. And our stop loss, we got to put below 126.60. Okay, 126.60. Okay, let me double check. 126.30. Yeah, 660, 660 to 620. These are the ideal stop loss levels. So now let us go to the system. Okay, this is the target is giving us about 128.45 to 128.25. So this is where we have to exit, and our entry is also giving about the same level as our chart, which is about 127.30 and probably about 127, These are the entry levels. So the stop we put, so again, this one we can enter on staggered basis. So that means, okay, this is a scalping, and this maximum we are looking at this on first round is about 126.60. So what we will do is, okay, we will go for a limit buy, and this is half lot, and we want to enter at 127.30, 126.50. This is about 80 pips, so half lot is about 40 pips rewards, and on the top we want to exit at 128.20. So this is I would say probably about 8:39. The first batch data is out. The core CPI data is out. Then we may want to enter another trade, and this one is the stop is 126.20. So here we want to enter one lot, and this one is 127.10. Early on I was remember is 1 to 10. Just let me double check one more time. Yeah, about 127.10. So 127.10. Okay, this one the stop is a bit wide, but since I think if that's the case, then probably we may want to go again with half lot, because since the stop is wide, So you see, the risk management is a very critical component, and no doubt, sometimes see uh, we take in a trade, we have to be looking at the market and looking at the opportunity, then we got to trade accordingly. So sometimes the market will give us very nice, very good clues, and it will be very easy for us to trade. Sometimes it might be very tricky. So, and that's the reason why we practice putting stop loss and we put in. So this is again because tonight is the data is out, the FOMC minutes and US interest rate announcement, but tomorrow we may get a clear direction maybe after this data is out. But this is again, if you get an opportunity, you take it. Otherwise, we have to wait. And of course, if you want to do, sometimes we can trade on market, but when you trade on market, then you have to be physically sitting and monitoring the trade, and you got to make yourself available in the event the market goes against you. Then probably you have to get ready to chop it out. So that is the tricky part, especially when you want to do a market entry and when you want to trade the market. Okay, the next cross we are looking at is, okay, let's see what is the factor. We can look at the Swiss franc. Okay, this is worth considering Swiss franc, but yen. Okay, yen is also is worth considering, but it's all the reason why is is all overdone. So that is where we are a bit hesitant on taking on that trade. So let's see yen and Swiss franc. Okay, this is again looking at the Swiss franc. Okay, the market has already been and is already reaching the support. Okay, because we see here about 94. We only have about 50 pips move on this currency. So it is a bit risky on this trade, but if we are planning to trade on pullback, then we can go on to trade on pullbacks. So you see 94 is the target. So if it's 94, so the risk reward doesn't justify unless we want to sell higher, which is near 95.10. Okay, why? Let me see. Maybe we can try that trade. If we get it, then we can use. let me see. Yeah, 95.10 is the day high. Overall is still there, but you see, because see the market is doesn't much room for this market to go down. No doubt this is showing a very strong sell. Okay, let's see. Probably we'll try to sell at 95.10. Okay, 95.10, and we want to put our stop anywhere above that. Then we try to play on this 94 target, 94 figure, 95.50. Okay, 95.50, 95.10. Okay, let's see. So here 95.05 is a selling level, and 94.10 is a take profit level. Then we got to put a stop above this, 95.50 or 95.55, anywhere above that 45. So maybe we can go on this trade, but I don't know whether this is worth. I don't think whether we'll be getting it, but we can just give a shot. No point. I mean, no harm in doing it. So probably we may want to sell. Okay, this is we can go one lot. Okay, 95.05, 95.55, and take profit at 94.10. Okay, this is again we can go until 11. So whatever is it, so we got to exit before the data is out. We have to cancel the order before the data is out. So otherwise, it might be a bit risky. Okay. Now we look into the questions. New Zealand dollar. Okay, the New Zealand dollar is in a similar situation. Okay, sorry, I just now I didn't change the screen. Okay, let me sorry, yeah. Okay, so here we take down this level, Swiss franc. Okay, we want to sell at 95.05. That means 50 pips higher, and our take profit is 94.10. Our stop is 95.55, and this is again expiry is about 11 p.m. Singapore time. Okay, so now looking at the question, New Zealand dollar. Okay, looking at New Zealand dollar, okay, it's all in a similar. You see, against all the in fact, most of the crosses against the dollar. In fact, the dollar weakness is across the board. So the only thing is we got to be sure that when this thing is going to end and how far the market can move. If we know that, then probably then it's worth taking the trade, and that's how we dictate our risk reward. So here looking at it, okay, the previous high it was about 67.50, 67.40, 67.50. This is on the monthly. So this again on the weekly, if we look at it, okay, we have about 66.80 to 67.50. Okay, this is 66.80 to 67.50. That's our target. So even if the market doesn't have strength, so we should see at least 66.25 to 66.50. So overall, if you ask me about this market, Okay, this market has moved long way, since from 60 is about 500 pip move or 5% move, and this has still got plenty of strength to move higher. But the tricky part is, either we may get a top here, then we may get a pullback. See, what is going to happen is, like, we may see up, then turn down. Okay, this is one possibility. On the other hand, we may see a consolidation, we may see up. Okay, this is another way. So only this two is possible. Overall is we are not very sure whether this high is going to last very long, or we may get a correction. I mean, once we get a correction down, then the market starts, then the market is healthy, then we can go along with the trend, and it will be much more rewarding trade. So the tricky part is now, whether how far the market can go, whether it's going to go very high near the 6750 and turn, or it's going to turn before that. So that is the $1,000,000 question. But overall is the market should end at or before 67.5. So we have another 2% move. So the clue is, we are not very sure whether the market is going to turn from here, or is going to turn slightly before 67.50, or is going to turn at 67.50. So any one of these three is possible. So that's the tricky part, and we got to play the game based on risk reward and the directions and clue we are getting from the market. So now, looking at this, there is looking at the price action and the price pattern. Okay, there is a very high chance that if the market breaks this high, we may see 68, 66, 80, 67, 66, 70, and 67.50. So anywhere. So we got to see whether, that's why I said, we got to see whether the market is able to break this and go higher, or it may fail here and go down. So both are possible, and I would say the probability is right now is, I would say, it's about 60-40. That means 60 on this, 60% on this, and 40 on this. But once it breaks and closes above, then we can be very sure that this is going to be 70-30 or 80-20. So it's all about probability. So the only clue we are not very clear, or not very clear, is because whether it's going to turn before, or we are going to hit the target. So that is, but all in all, either one of this will happen. So that we are very clear on that. So now then you got to play the game accordingly. So now what we feel is, if it breaks 65.80, then we may see 66.70 and 67.50. But once it breaks 65.80, doesn't mean that straight away you go for a buy, because sometimes it might go and it might become a failure, then it may turn. So that is where a lot of experience and a lot of analysis has to be done to do this. So looking at this, let's see what is the system is saying. What is the system is saying? So you look at, okay, right now we see 67. Okay, let's look at a higher time frame. Okay, what the system is saying is 66.30. Okay, we have a resistance, then followed by, okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, 66, 66.30, 66.80, and 67.10. See there, 67.10 or 67.35. So we have these three levels of resistance. So overall is, okay, the upside is still there. And one condition is, of course, the 65, 80, 66, 05 must break. If it breaks and closes above, then, we may see the price moving higher. Otherwise, the market may be a failure, then the correction may start. Okay, the next question is Euro Yen. Okay, Euro Yen. Okay, let's see the trend on the Euro Yen. Okay, that will be easier. So if you look at Euro Yen, the daily has been down, for the last 2 days. Okay, today has been flat, and weekly for the last 3 weeks is been up, and monthly is also up. So overall, okay, what we feel is, we should be buying on dips. Okay, buying on dips or buy at the low. Okay, the levels where we can buy is either the previous day low, yesterday's low, or the previous day low. Okay, that should be the buying level, and we got to exit before the weekly high. Okay, before the weekly high. So let's see whether the chart agrees to that. Okay, so I think it's perfect. So the market is doing a correction. So this is the trend is up. Okay, now this is the correction. I do not know whether it's a correction or congestion. Okay, so this is maybe congestion on the daily. So we should be buying near 12140 or 12080. 12080 level. Okay, let me double confirm. Yeah, 12140 to 12080. Maximum is 12020. Okay, these are the buying levels. So buying levels, but we got to exit before 12350 and 124 level. Okay, so just write down all these figures. Okay, now looking at the hourly. Okay, the hourly is in a congestion. So the question is, have we seen the low, or we still have one more spike down before the low is seen? That is the tricky part or tricky question to answer. So looking at the chart, okay, about 121. Okay, now the market is in a 50-50. So we may see a spike down. Okay, this may happen when the news is out. Okay, it may come down, then market may turn up. Overall is we got to be buying near here or near here. So now it's right now it's in a dilemma. Okay, dilemma in the sense right now, we are not sure whether the low is in. But of course, if the market start to trade above this level, that means we can safely say that this is going to be the low. So, so the only question, I mean, the only answer we need to find out is whether have we seen the low or we still have one more spike down to before we see the low. So then, if we know that, then for sure this market is, we can go up and we can see at least 12350 to 124 level. So this is another about 2% move. So now the only thing we are not sure is whether the low is already been seen or we have yet to see, because the confirmation has not been seen yet. So if you see up, then definitely then we can confirm that this low is already, that's the low. Okay, let me see where is the entry exit level. Okay, so I think the system is saying, we can buy at 12130. That should be the buying level. And that's why I said, if you're not very sure whether the high is been seen, but once it breaks 12230, okay, let me see, double confirm that. Yeah, well, once it break 12220 and 12230, we can confirm that 12140, which was registered yesterday, that is going to be the low. But if it doesn't go above that level, then we may see the price pushing towards 121 again. So this is a 50-50 chance, but we have to wait for the market to give us a clue. But overall is, if we buy this level, then our target should be, minimum target should be 12275 to 12335, 35 to 12335. See, we have resistance, strong resistance at 12335. So that will be about 100 pip move. So this is you can trade. Maybe you can go in half lot. Half lot. Then if it's lower, then probably you may want to go in another half. Then you do a risk management and you try to play the game. Okay. Okay. Any other questions or any other market you want to discuss? Okay. If you have no other question, then we have to wait for tonight's data, tonight's announcement. Then at least tomorrow we may get a clue. Tomorrow we may get a clue on how we can go about it. So, and tonight's closing is very important. So overall is, we look at the markets, we study, basically see what we are trying to do is, we got to stay focused, have a game plan, have a system, apply the system, and you do it consistently, then the results will flow in. But there would be times, see, every day is not a Sunday. Sometimes, the market may not give us a clear direction or may not give us a clear indication. So that kind of scenario, there's nothing much we do. Either we can stay sideline and watch, or if we enter, then probably we get stopped out or we get out with a minimum loss. So that we can't be helped, because we are, especially when we are trading for a living, we got to keep on looking for opportunities and keep on trying to enter the market. Yeah. Okay. So with that, I conclude today's session. Okay. Looking forward to see you again this coming Friday. Okay. Till then, take care and goodbye. Thank you. Bye.
Please click to subscribe below. Thank you and see you soon.